The Fortress of Lions to see who can move on further here. Only time will tell.
Sgrape has been playing a very hammer-centric Nash so far in the last match we watched of him on the side stream. He was doing really well on the hammer, but now we're going to see him versus the goat of hammer in Kyna. We'll see if he can do it. And like they're sitting into the corner, immediately going for the end signature, and Sgrape is gone. Kyna's winning the tournament.
Yep.
No, I mean, he's just looking that's crazy.
That was convincing. I mean, because that was the thing. I didn't even realize that Kyna decided to go back on the Taros. I'm like, wow. I mean, if there's anyone who I expect to win, it's this guy, right? Like, if we're talking about like the best Taros player in Brawlhalla history, I think it's pretty hard to not say that it's Kyna. I mean, look at the way that Esgrave is getting minced up, right? Like, this Nash is not standing a chance. Kyna's neutral has always been impeccable with the axe, and Esgrave really hasn't had a chance to make any sort of statement in this game.
Kyna looks mad. He looks like he is mad to be down here. He doesn't want to have to play through elimination side. He doesn't want to have to even think about it, but he felt a balloon boy, and now taking out some of that Taros anger onto Esgrave, who's getting pretty much
nice
taken.
chase.
Yeah, well, the side stick does find the KO. So Esgrave fighting back there, not getting destroyed that much. And hey, maybe even Esgrave has a chance here to take this game.
Man, that unarmed side arrow is almost enough. That's how strong Taros is. But, you know, kind of waiting on stage, looking for that stomp. Even a down arrow okay off the top. We'll see what the option is going to be here. And you can see Esgrave playing patiently. Kyna gets caught for swinging. And beautiful conversion from Esgrave. Hold on, equalizing some of the damage. Going for weapon throw now. It's a safe approach option. And that's going to be the stock. The end light, so potent, so fast, and a great punish option as well from Kyna, sending Esgrave down to that final stock.
One stock away here, looking to catch with that nair. And nice end light, getting the party started there. The side light, no nair, but the end lights do quite a bit of damage. That 2 hit on the axe. That's the 4th end light of the stock. Side light into nair for more damage. Kyna running away with this game on the axe right now. Hasn't done much on the hammer even.
Yeah, I mean, Kyna, especially the way that he just plays axe, he's really saying, my neutral is better than yours, you know? But then Esgrape, I think, has been doing a great job on the punishes, right? Like, he's not winning neutral as much, but when he's finding the hits, he's converting it into like 3 to 4 hits. And also he was able to secure an edge guard there as well. So despite the fact that when he's getting beat, it looks really rough, he's able to equalize the damage at least really well.
Those down lights and side lights there. The weapon toss comes in. Esgrape now. Nice jump side air to call out the anti-air, and Esgrave slowly using the hammer in his advantage and slowly easy closing in on this lead, but Kyna gets that disarm there. The weapon toss up into the end light, and Kyna with quite a dominant game number 1.
Yeah, once again using a misdirection there, right, to go ahead, throw that weapon up. All right, now Esgrave's looking at that weapon, thinking about it, and then immediately picking up the next weapon and throwing out a hitbox to go ahead and secure the knockout. That was a very I want to call it convincing, but at the end of the day, it wasn't a last stock match. But just the way that Kyna was commanding and navigating the neutral game really made it feel more one-sided than I guess the scoreboard would show. Yeah,
absolutely. Nice side air there from Esgrape, and in the replays, and it looked like he had a chance to make the comeback happen, but it wasn't enough versus Kyna.
All right, but now, I mean, you can go ahead and take a look, right? The accuracy of the light attack is only 54%, which, you know, I say only 54. That's more than half, which pretty good accuracy. Esgrape on the lower end of that, and also dealing about 100 plus less damage. But just as you called it, right? Esgrape on the hammer, 350 damage. On the other side of things, 405 from the axe from Kyna. But now we're loading up into game 2. We're on the Fortress of Lions. Can Esgrape make the adjustments? Because the way Kyna's playing right now, I'm hard to, you know, believe. I mean, look at that, dude.
Very aggressive on the axe so far, and that's kind of the strength of Kyna. Sometimes he just like kind of fixates on one weapon. He doesn't even need the other one to win until like later in the set. So, I mean, as Esgrave, you're struggling versus axe. You haven't even seen the hammer really yet from Kyna, what he's known for. He conditions but through weapons, which is really, really crazy. And Kyna continuing to do so here, even versus the best in this top 16 mid-season. Nice jump side air there for sure.
Yeah, he's just that good, right? Where like the amount of aura he's able to put out with one weapon is enough to like really make people think about it. And then if he decides to switch up the flow, we'll forget about it. Look at this, right? And he's so good at using just the base moves. End light and D light is like all Kyna really needs. Throws out a side light every now and then, you know, especially as a punish option. But right now, like, because in the day, like last year, Kyna got so many of his knockouts with just axe, end light, and D light.
Kind of jumping around here, looking for this one hit. Can he find it? Looking for that end light. Goes for the end light there. Does find it, and Kyna with another stock lead here, looking to extend this lead with the axe in hand. We'll see if Esgrave has an answer, if he can close out the stock quickly.
Okay, yeah, no, Kyna's looking good. The juggle's also looking extremely good. That's what, 3 or 4 nairs in a row.
Yeah.
Esgrave's unable to answer. Oh, gets caught in the dodge as well. Kyna absolutely being so oppressive here. People want to talk about the hammer, but Kyna doesn't even need it because his axe is so potent. But finally, Esgrave able to find a bit of a read there, throw that side signature, secure that first knockout, but is already in the orange on his second stock.
Picks up the axe once again, and this is something that Esgrave has definitely been struggling with so far, is dealing with the strength of this axe. Downlight into sidelight, a great start there, but expecting Kyna to play scared. We see the chase dodge downwards, but past the wall. Kyna just crosses through calmly, gets the side air, takes the stock. Esgrave got to make something happen here. He picks up the hammer once again. No spear in sight. Kyna getting the N-sig there, and this is looking real bad for Esgrave now. The end light and Kyna once again lapping in damage, going for the side air there. No full. I don't know why people aren't going for down air anymore, but it's hasn't been going for it, and not getting those extended reads either.
Yeah, no, this is looking real bad for Esgrave. I mean, I think the way you described it, where it looked like, where you said that kind of looked upset to be here, I think is extremely accurate. Because at this point, he is just running head first at Esgrave and just relying on the fact that he's like, I'm just going to outpunish you anyway. So, like, it doesn't really matter. And Esgrave is absolutely folding to the pressure, right? Like, at this point, kind of just going to be like, all right, like let's go, game three, so I can go ahead and move on, right? Like,
yeah,
it's rough.
I'm in top 4 of doubles. I'm the world champion in doubles. I'm the mid-season champion in singles. Get me back to where I belong. Get me back into the top 8. And Esgrave has a lot of questions to answer here if he's looking to force a game number 4. But I think, I don't know, Kyna's the unstoppable force for a reason.
Yeah.
Now loading in shortly here into game number 3 as the bands go through. And I believe we see a swap off of Nash from Esgrave, but I might be wrong about that. We'll see. Yeah, he's on Artemis now. I don't know what we're cooking with the Artemis pick, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I think Artemis has been like a really amazing legend for so long.
Yeah.
But then nobody played her, right? And then like they nerfed Rocket Lance a little bit. But like Scythe obviously still really good, and the other thing that Artemis has is like an insanely high speed stat, right? So it's like you're able to zoom across the map. You have some of the best signatures in the game, but like Artemis as a response to Teros sounds insane because historically Rocket Lance into Axe has always been a god-awful matchup. And so I don't know if Esgrave just believes in his Rocket Lance that much that he's like, screw it, I'm just going to go for it. But oh no, I missed the punish.
For that, honestly. Going for the weapon toss in the downer, didn't find it there. Sweat beads come out, but Esgrave not getting a punish on the Rocket Lance. A weird weapon to try to go for those reversals, getting the sidelight into downer, though puts Kyna in the bad spot, gets back to the wall. The Nair comes out, and Kyna showing signs of, Esgrave showing signs of life right now.
Yeah, I mean, trying to make it happen, goes for a read there with the N-sig. That's not going to be enough. And now it's just Arm's going to have a Scythe waiting for him. And I don't know anything about the Esgrave Scythe. I'll keep it a buck. I don't know what this Scythe got in it, but I mean, so far he got a side air and a ground pound, so that's a stock. He gets the first stock with it, but you know he's throwing it away immediately. No, he's not. I'm a liar. There's no way. Esgrave's believing in this Scythe. What's going on? The Esgrave Scythe, is it the truth?
Well, it's going to have to be for sure as the Fear Seeker gets into the hands of Kyna once again. The end light comes out, and Kyna taking one singular damage from a weapon toss and immediately takes the stock back. We'll see now the axe. And yeah, we saw the hammer versus the lance, and we were talking about how bad axe versus lance is, but axe versus scythe could definitely be tricky for the axe player as you're able to kind of weave in and out. We see that there with the recovery using that movement to avoid Kyna's hits, and the retaliation comes in though as the juggle starts, and the damage slowly swings into Kyna's favor once again.
Okay, man, let's see. I mean, so far the Scythe, has had a couple openings, but nothing too crazy. Is it enough to warrant allowing yourself to miss and getting punished by Kyna's axe for 2 to 3 hits? Here's an opportunity. Kyna's going to have to burn a recovery to get onto the stage, and Sgrape does not cover it. But still a good sequence. Going to go ahead and nair him back off. Oh, does the S-light in the wrong direction?
That's a big deal for sure now. Sidelight into Nair. Looking for the recovery there. The Nair's not going to KO ever, but you're definitely happy to rack on that damage. And the Lance is looking really difficult for Kyna to deal with right now on the axe. Getting that downlight doesn't work out though. There's a jump side air from Esgrave. Try to find the stock here on the Scythe.
Yeah, there's just a certain degree of confidence that Esgrave plays with his Rocket Lance, and I'm not seeing in this Scythe, but he's still able to make a really good... Oh my god, he's just narrowly missing Kyna here.
Weapon toss, GC downline into recovery. Esgrave looking to force game number 4 right now on the back of this pick over to the Artemis.
Oh, he's gonna go. He's keeping the scythe. Yeah, he's doing it. All right, no, never mind. He said, all right, there's a rocket lance. I'd rather keep Kyna starved than hold on to the scythe. But the starve doesn't lead to much of anything. He's not able to get any hits. He needs like a sidelight or something to go ahead and start building some damage. That side air is a great start. The nair as well. If you can keep kind of juggled, goes for the D light into the N light as well because he caught Dyna's dodge. So that was a good guaranteed string to get there. But now things are looking a little bit rough.
Great weapon spawn for Kyna there. He's able to catch, the South American goats are getting some really awesome weapon spawns for them. Gets the downlight and the side air to punish Esgrave, trying to stack on top. Side light comes out, goes for the down signature. Kyna with no punish. The side air from Esgrave goes for the nair. Doesn't go off stage with it though. Might have been a drop on that active input to turn it around, but Kyna now with an opportunity to hopefully get back in this game. We'll see it here as Esgrave gets the down air into another signature. No connection, no connection. Kyna gets a punish, but not much more than a side air there.
Let's see, Esgrave playing patient. I mean, at this point, already has Kyna in the orange. It's like, all right, I just got to get one more juicy hit. Scythe not known to really knock out like that, but I mean, these Artemis signatures are really good. So, you want that side signature rip, but it doesn't connect. Esgrave gets another chance, and now you want to talk about really good signatures. We're looking at Artemis right now. Oh, you want
Wait, no side sig? That's crazy.
Yeah, I thought it was at least, maybe you throw in down sig for the mix-up, but I did not think it was going to be N sig. Either way, the weapon throw forces out the dodge, and Esgrave gets another weapon throw. Exhausted recovery, gonna allow Kyna to go ahead and get the wall touch, and Kyna's playing for dear life. I mean, Esgrave just can't find the final blow. Recovery's not gonna hit. Endlight's not gonna hit. Kyna's getting hit.
Can't punish either though.
Jeez.
There goes for the recovery. Finally, the sider does punish Esgrave, forcing game number 4.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm here for it. I guess the Artemis, I was like, what is he cooking? But I guess I'm just not familiar with the recipe.
I guess not, but it works out, and he forces game 4. No 3-0, no quick and easy 3-0 for Kyna here. We'll see if Kyna can close out this 2-1 set leader if Esgrave is forcing game number 5.
Okay, let's see. Nice gets the recovery. I mean, that was one of the nicer stocks that he was able to get. I mean, looking at these replays, like there wasn't any particularly crazy play in that game, I think, but it was small ones that added up over time that really led to being the difference between Sgrape being able to at least put a game up on the board. Before this moment, Kyna was absolutely tearing through him. There wasn't really, it didn't feel like there was any chance of retaliation, and so I'm glad that he was able to mix it up and find something that worked. It came out at the right time.
Yeah, Kyna looks mad, and we go over to a different stage pick, and already Kyna coming out on top with his big damage lead. Nair, recovery, chase dodge downwards, down air again.
Okay, goes for a read on an extra high recovery, but that's a 0 to KO, dude. Untouched. He is pissed.
Sometimes Kyna just looks like he's playing versus a training dummy, and he's looking to get some warm-up in before a match. But this is to make it into a top 8 qualifying match here at Midseason. Elimination top 12. Kyna slowly pushing advantage into Esgrape now as Esgrape is struggling to deal with the hammer, but we swap back to the axe, the weapon that was the crux of his game plan when he was playing his other legend, his Nash.
Jesus Christ.
Kind of taking over. He's not happy, Flambo, I can tell.
Yeah, he's like, you know what, you get one. And
everyone gets their one, but it's a matter of, kind of getting his one stock, and now has to lead this into a game win. GC downlight into N-Sig, doesn't work out there. Scoop, no score. About to, though, you have to avoid the nairs now. Have to also avoid a downlight, but we see a weapon toss into nair. Flambo, have you seen that before? Because that was crazy. What a confirm.
He's just making new stuff up, bro.
That's new.
Like, what? I mean, absolutely obliterating Esgrape right now. Esgrape, oh my God.
Look away. I can't with this guy right now. Kyna is playing absolutely on fire. Great punish from Esgrape to get the downer. Looking to get a little bit of momentum back on his side, but he did downlight side air into the stage. Yeah. What are we watching right now?
He said, listen, bro, I can make you look foolish if you want to. Like, don't play games with me. There he goes, stomps from side light again, wakes up with the end light. Kyna's like, I want this to be over. Stomp into the Russian. Oh my God, Kyna, how does he? I mean,
I got the new, I got the old, I got everything. I am the hammer goat for a reason. I got the side air, and I move forward into Championship Sunday. He makes it into top 8. Kyna, the unstoppable force, is undeniable at Midseason Championship.
Yeah, I mean, bro, how long was that game even, right?
I don't know. It felt like I don't even know how to explain that. A short form content piece.
Yeah, because I'm gonna go that it was about a minute and 30 seconds. About okay, a little bit longer. We got to maybe the 2-minute mark. It didn't feel like that though.